My name is Daniel. I am 29 years old. I live in a small apartment on the west side of the city, a quiet place where the evenings feel slow. My life looks simple from the outside. I wake up, make coffee, go to work, and return home. But inside me, there has been a storm, a heavy one for many years. I carried a pain that I never shared with anyone. A pain that came from someone I once trusted with everything. His name was Michael. He was my closest friend, almost like a brother. We grew up together, shared dreams, shared secrets. People used to say, "Where Daniel goes, Michael goes." And it was true. We were that close. But life had other plans. It started 5 years ago. I had just gotten my first real job in a small company. I was proud, excited, and ready to give my best. Michael was struggling at that time, dealing with job rejections and money problems. I tried my best to support him. I helped him with his resume, shared opportunities, even gave him some money when he needed it. I trusted him completely. Then, one day, something happened that changed everything. My manager called me into his office. His face was serious, almost disappointed. He said, "Daniel, we received some emails from your account. They were unprofessional, insulting, and harmful to the company." I felt my heart drop. I felt my breath freeze inside me. I said, "Sir, I didn't send anything like that." But he showed me the emails. They came from my address, my name, my account. For a moment, I couldn't speak. I knew I didn't send them, but I also knew someone had used my laptop. Someone close. Someone I trusted. That evening, when I reached home, I checked my laptop. The sent folder had messages I had never typed. Someone had gone inside my things, opened my laptop, and sent those emails. And the only person who had access was Michael. I wanted to deny it. I wanted to believe he would never do this. But when I asked him about it, he didn't even try to hide it. Instead, he said, "I needed attention from your company. I thought they would hire me. I didn't think it would go this far." His words felt like a knife, a cold, sharp knife. I lost my job because of that incident. And worse, I lost my friend. For months, I carried anger inside me. For years, I carried resentment. Every time I remembered his face, my chest tightened. Every time I thought about those emails, my stomach twisted. I kept asking myself, why did he do this to me? Why me? What did I do wrong? I felt betrayed, used, and foolish. People around me moved on with their lives, but I stayed stuck in that moment. Even when I found a new job, even when I made progress, that old wound kept hurting. Sometimes it hurt when I saw two close friends laughing. Sometimes it hurt when I passed by the place where we used to sit together. Some nights I could not sleep. I would lie awake, staring at the ceiling, reliving the moment he confessed what he had done. That pain became a shadow, following me everywhere. I didn't realize it back then, but holding on to that anger was slowly destroying me from the inside. One day, something changed. It was a quiet Sunday morning. The sky was pale blue, and the air felt soft. I was sitting alone in a small park near my apartment. I often sat there when my mind felt heavy. An old man came and sat beside me. He looked tired, but peaceful, like someone who had lived many stories. He looked at me with kind eyes and said, "You look troubled, son." I didn't plan to talk, but something inside me opened. Maybe it was his voice. Maybe it was the silence around us. I told him everything. Not the small version, not the safe version. The full truth. He listened without interrupting. His eyes never judged me. When I finished, he sighed softly and said, "Holding pain is like holding fire, my boy. It burns only the one who carries it." I felt a strange pull inside my chest, a sudden stillness. He continued, "Forgiveness is not saying the other person was right. It's saying you choose peace over pain. Forgiveness is not for them. It's for you." I stayed silent. His words felt heavy, but gentle. He added, "Set yourself free, son. You deserve that freedom." He stood up, smiled at me, and slowly walked away. That day changed everything. Not instantly, not magically, but slowly, like morning light entering a dark room. I went home, sat on my bed, and whispered to myself, "I want peace. I want to breathe again." And for the first time, I allowed myself to think about forgiveness. Not because Michael deserved it, but because I deserved peace. Because I wanted to stop living in the past. Because I wanted my heart to heal. The next week, I did something unexpected. I wrote Michael a message. It was short, calm, simple. "I forgive you. I'm moving forward. I hope you do the same." He replied almost immediately. His message was long, full of apologies and regret. He said he carried guilt for years. He said he didn't know how to face me. He said he was stupid, desperate, and afraid. For the first time in 5 years, I didn't feel anger. I just felt light. Like someone had removed a heavy stone from my chest. Forgiveness didn't change what he did. Forgiveness didn't erase the past. But forgiveness gave me my future back. After that, my life began to move in a new direction. I started focusing on myself, my work, my dreams. I let go of old memories that kept hurting me. I learned to breathe without pain. I learned to smile without bitterness. I still remember that day in the park. The old man's voice still echoes in my mind. Forgiveness is for you. And it's true. We think holding anger protects us, but it only breaks us. We think forgiveness is a gift to others, but it is actually a gift to our own heart. Forgiveness doesn't change the past. It changes your future. And it brings peace to a heart that once carried pain. Today, when I look back, I see a younger version of myself who was hurting, confused, and lost. I wish I could hug him and say, "You will be okay. Just let go." I don't talk to Michael anymore, and that's fine. Forgiveness doesn't mean we return to the old friendship. It just means we remove the poison from our soul. And removing that poison saved me. Now I live with more peace, more patience, more faith. I understand that people make mistakes, sometimes terrible ones. But we cannot let those mistakes steal our future.
We deserve better.
You deserve better. So if you carry pain, anger, or resentment, remember this. Letting go is not weakness. Forgiving is not losing. Forgiving is choosing your own peace over someone else's actions. Healing is slow, but it begins the moment you say, I'm done carrying this. Forgiveness is freedom, and freedom feels beautiful.